Alright, yo, I'm back. What's good, my brothers? What's good, Kendall? Welcome to the upside. Everything is up, yo. Mikey, yo. What's goody, what's goody? Should be a pretty quick session, guys. To be honest with you, there was news 30 minutes ago. I'm a little late because I was reading about it for a little bit. The US and Iran entered a ceasefire for 2 weeks. Um, So yeah, that's literally all the momentum we're seeing on a lot of these pairs is because of that news, and that released 30 minutes ago. So um, real quick before I even do the session, I'm just gonna go ahead and go through these pairs, and we could already see that for Wednesday's trading session, a lot of these pairs already hit STP or ADR, right? So the fourth week variation, GCAD gave us the move that we were looking for. It's just again everybody's gonna tell you, oh, the market moves cause the media and all this other blah 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 blah, but market always gonna move the way it has to move all the time. Right? We have a fourth week variation. We had a 372. We had, they'll use the media definitely. They'll use the news to manipulate what they have to do. But anyway, looks like to go back to what I was saying, the main point, right? I haven't really turned these streams on because, for the most part, these last couple days, what has price been doing? Just moving sideways, just consolidating, right? So for the most part, I'm not really trading, right? I'm looking at pairs. Yeah, there's specific moves that I'm looking for, and that I'm anticipating, so on and so forth. But it's not like really expecting anything crazy, right? I'm not really expecting any of these moves to really play out. Um, Bitcoin back up to 70, right? We had the change of character, higher high, higher low. We have the break, right? This was the confirmed break, so looks like Bitcoin is going to go back, right? They also announced that they're going to reopen the Straits of Hormuz, and that Foco and oil just tanks, right? Silver and gold they'll tank, or they'll go up as well. So could already anticipate. We already know tomorrow's another day. Just gonna keep it easy, man. During these times of war, during these times when we have no clue when certain news is gonna drop, just gotta be patient. Just have to be patient. Right. So at this point, I'm just gonna update the 30-minute time frame. Already for tomorrow, STP and ADR has been hit for most of these pairs. So for all the pairs. You guys saw that on gold to have a little 4 hour engulfing candle that I'm interested in keeping an eye on. Outside of that pair, I'm not really looking at anything else. GJ hasn't moved there. Been a while, but we back. Welcome back, man. Where you was on Twitter? It's a whole bunch of people on Twitter. That's the only reason I keep Twitter downloaded is like the only place where I know I could get information like that, real time information too. Gold could be. The only thing with gold, man, is for the most part, US goes up, gold goes down, right? US, that's usually what happens with the correlation. The fact that they're moving so identical right now, it's the only thing I don't really like. Lower time frame, we have the the change back to the top side. Um, looks like a lot of stuff going upside. Most of it seems consolidating. Yeah, I mean for the most part, we're again the momentum that we have right now, the volume that just came in is because there was news 30 minutes ago with the ceasefire with U.S. and Iran, right? So that's the reason we see the pushes to the top side. But yeah, for the most part, we just zoom out for a lot of these pairs. We've just been stuck in zones of consolidation. Um, we zoom out to AU, right? Reject the lows, highs, reject the lows, highs, go back to the lows, reject the lows, going back to the top side, right? So nothing crazy. EA is the only one that for the last couple days we've been moving sideways, but this is just lower low, lower high, lower low on the higher time frames. Right? This was literally just price making a lower low, lower high. Looks like price wants to continue these downtrend pushes, so EA is one of the only differences. Um, ECAD, same thing. Last couple days just moving sideways, but again it was just higher high, higher low, and then price came back and made another higher high point. So again, for the most part, a lot of these pairs have been trending, right? When we're zooming out to it, it was just looking at the last couple days, right? From last week into this week, we've been in a zone of consolidation, which happens again. Remember, the trend, the market only has two moves, either a trend or a zone of consolidation, right? The market isn't always going to give you lower low, lower high, lower low, right? Sometimes the market's going to give you lower low, a push to the top side, and then give you a zone of consolidation to then continue back down, right? The market isn't always going to be picture perfect. The market could do something like this, right, and then go down. There's variations of it, and then vice versa for the uptrends. So same thing for GA, right? Last couple days, yeah, we've been moving sideways, but it's the same thing. It was lower low, lower high. Instead of giving us a simple lower low, lower high, lower low, it moved sideways for 3 days and then went down. Right? GCAD, same thing. Just looking at this little piece here from the 26th of March up until today, we've just been moving sideways. But you can see the same thing: higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher highs being made. Right? GJ, same thing. We look at GJ. What have we been doing for the last couple days? Just moving sideways up until today. Right? The market opened last night, gave us the break, gave us the retest, and it just continued. Right? And if I'm not mistaken, GJ even had like a hour engulfing candle or something like that, or a 15-minute. Where did I see it at? Right here, a 30-minute engulfing. Gave us a 30-minute engulfing, gave us a retest during the Asia session, and then just continued the trend back to the top side. What's one thing you notice after a consolidating market? What do you mean? Like, what am I looking for? Like, let's say in an example like this, right, where we're in a ranging market, right? What I'm looking for is number one is the trend, right? So we know that we have lower low, lower high, lower low. Then price gave us a zone of consolidation at the lower low, right? So for me right now, I understand, okay, yes, we broke the top of the zone of consolidation, but what I'm looking for now is for price to give me a set lower high somewhere to then continue, right? To go down. Now, just giving you this example on GU just because it was the first pair that we were on, but this is a pair that we understand overall is in an uptrend. So am I looking for short positions? No. Just straight off the bat on the 30-minute. However, on the daily time frame, where are we? On daily time frame, we were in another zone of consolidation where price. Let's go back and delete these drawings so we can see exactly where we're at. Right? Came back to the bottom of the zone of consolidation, gave us the rejection, came back up, but we're still following the downtrend. So in order for me to start looking for these buy positions, I want to start seeing higher highs, higher lows. Do I have that? No. Right now, it's still making lower lows, lower highs. So me personally, I'm not trading this yet until we don't get the change break back to the top side. I'm not trading this because this could still go lower, right? Price could still be giving us lower low, lower high somewhere in this area to continue down into a lower low. And so it just depends, right? The question, I'm looking for the same thing on every pair, but again, I don't trade counter trend. So on a pair like GU, I just let price do what it has to do. Same thing for US 30. Right. I'm waiting for the confirmation after consolidation. Similar to US 30. Right. Let's start from the top side so you could get the top down analysis, right? Where am I? So daily time frame, price gave us a change of character down to the bottom. Because at one time we were trading higher high, higher low, higher high, then price came down and gave us a lower low change of character. Now, just because we have a lower low, does that mean that the trend has reversed, that the trend has changed from an uptrend to a downtrend? No. That's just an inducement as of right now. So what I'm looking for now, as we go down to lower time frames, is are we on an uptrend or are we on a downtrend? On the 4 hour, we still have lower low, lower high, lower low. Boom. Now price gave us the change of character, higher high. Remember, in order for the trend to change, we need to see the change and then we want to see a break. Meaning we want to see lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high change of character, higher low. Then we want to see another higher high, which will be the break of structure, to then start looking for the entries when price gives us another higher low point to then continue. Looking at the EMAs, everything like that as well, right on the 800 EMA, looks like price wants to start breaking above. So I'm getting ready to start trading US 30. Now, if price gives us these inducements to the highs, and for example, what I'm looking for here, I'm looking for gaps in the market. Do we have any gaps on the 30-minute time frame? No, we filled it. We did a really good job at filling the gaps. Perfect. So right now we have no confirmation. However, if price on the 30-minute time frame, remember, right now we had lower low, lower low, then price gave us another change of character, higher high to the top side. If price gives me a higher low point and then gives me another higher high on the 30-minute, we know we could continue to look for those trades back to the top side. But if it gives us lower lows and lower highs on the lower time frame, where right now we are still making higher high, higher low, and higher highs, if we have if we have price turning around, we know we can start looking for the shorts to go back down to the bottom. So it's just waiting for the confirmations following the trend. That's all it is at the end of the day. Right? Very similar to gold, right? Gold, the reason why gold is a little difficult is because on the daily we still have higher high, higher low, higher high. On the 4 hour time frame, we have the 4 hour time frame change of character, lower low. And on the 30-minute time frame, we have the change of character, lower low, lower high, and then we had the break of structure, lower low. So are we looking for a lower high point to be made? Right? And then to then go from the lower high, go back into the lower low. On the internal time frame, right? When we're looking at the internal moves, we had the change, we had the break down to the bottom, but then price gave us another change back to the top side here, which was this move for today. But again, could this be the inducement to then continue back down? Having this gap in the market gives us a little bit of that. Right? Ate straight through that engulfing candle. So just want to be patient with gold. But once again, that's pretty much it. Like, price for gas is gonna go down. It's looking good. Oil is gonna keep tanking for a little bit. Bitcoin flying back at 71, 72. Let's go. Have the change. We have the break. Right. We have that confirmation. All right, guys. Any other questions? Let me know. If not, that's pretty much it for today. There's really not much I could really talk about. Are you able to check the forex pair for me, like USD JPY? Yeah, I got you. USD JPY is a very similar pair to GJ, so it's pretty much really similar. So same, again, very similar. Like the same analysis that you see me on GJ is the same exact analysis that I'll have on UJ. Right, so similar with the highs, we're just in peak high territory. So right now we're just at the highest point, right, in the market. So the main reason as to why I'm not really looking at GJ is the same exact reason why I really even turned off UJ from my list. It's just where we're trading at, right? We're back at these highs where price has rejected. We still don't have a valid break, right? Price is still rejecting highs. So that's just the number one thing. Is being able to see like, okay, we're still at the highs where price has rejected in the past without a valid break. Right? We still don't have a valid break. That wick is still touching. So just with that alone is like, all right, cool. In order for me to start looking for price to go higher, right, on the 4 hour it looks like it broke, but on the daily it didn't. We need to see higher highs, higher lows. Now, let's say, let's say we do mark this up as a break, right? Well, we know we're trading higher high, higher low, right? Higher high. After the higher high, what did price do? It just gave us a zone of consolidation, right? And we know that we're trading between these lows where price has rejected once, twice, three, 4 times, and we're trading above these highs here where price has rejected one, two, three, four, 5 different times. So it's simple, right? We're either going to be looking for price, right? This is where price is. It'll give you a zone of consolidation. It'll give you a break, right? It'll give you the idea that price is going to continue to go short, and this is where price turns around and goes back to the top side, because all this was higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low to continue back up to the higher high. However, once again, I don't really want to mark this up as the break on the 4 hour, because at the end of the day, this is just another zone of consolidation. This is where price has rejected. This is where price has rejected. This is where price has rejected. Could we expect price to go lower on the daily time frame? Right? So just for me alone, again, seeing how the daily and the 4 hour just contrast each other and what could be, what can't be, is just, again, there's no trend. There's no trend. Again, very similar to GJ. That's the reason why I'm not really trading these pairs. Once once we could see that there is no trend, price is just rejecting highs, going low, high, low, right? Again, on the daily time frame, I'm not gonna mark this as a break, but if you go on to the 4 and the 30, it looks like it is. But once again, price goes back to the highs, goes back to the lows. If you notice it, it's in the exact same spot, right? To go back, right back down to the lows. Seems like price is just rejecting over and over. That's it. That's all it is. Right? Comparing this to, right, comparing how price has been moving since March 15 to previously, like, again, we can't argue and say that this isn't a trend. Right? That's obviously a trend. comparing the moves that we had from February all the way till the beginning of March, right? Obviously, we could see that's a trend. Comparing that to what we have now, right? Completely different. So, again, it's the same thing. We're either going to be looking for price to break these lows to continue, or we'll be looking for price to break the highs to then continue. That's it. Till then, we're going to continue to do the same thing we've been doing for the last couple weeks. See, on this shit, there's a goddamn engulfing, but on here, there isn't. So what am I supposed to take a trade on here? That'll suck. Yo, Ken, do you hear? This is a gap. The only difference. Looks like it was going towards uptrend, then just consolidating. Yeah, exactly. Gave us the higher high, gave us the push back to the top side, and then just gave us that zone of consolidation. For UJ, yeah, yeah. Looks like tomorrow's gonna be another day with no trades, man. That's it. Everything already hit. Fucking ADR. So it's just gonna be another day where just stay patient. Just wait it out. And we'll see how the end of the week treats us. But any other questions, team? Let me know. Once again, if not, we'll be back again tomorrow at 7 p.m. There's gonna be no trades on my side for tomorrow, so not even gonna get on the charts tomorrow. I just gotta make sure to open up a fucking trade. I'm actually gonna sign into the account real quick. I see see what it says. Traded days 0 out of 5. You lied to me, my brother. Wait, yo, Kendall, um this shit didn't count the trade that I took. You imagine I'm not signed into the right account? MNQ? What's MN? What the hell is MNQ? Nah, it's all good, my brother. That's what I'm here for. MNQ. Oh, that's just NAS, bro. NAS and US30, same exact thing. Promise you. Every index, it doesn't matter. US30, S&P, and NAS 100, bro. They do the exact same thing. The exact same thing. It's the exact same pattern. Literally, same shit. Like you look at NAS, look, watch. Look at NAS, look at US 30. Right? Same thing, US 100. We'll look at NQ, like it's the exact same chart. Look, US 100, same exact chart. NQ, same exact chart. NAS 100, same exact chart. Because it's the same thing. You go to SMP, look, same exact chart. So I could go over it 100%. I got you, but give me a second. Yo, hold on, Tim. Give me 1 minute. Be right back. My bad. I had to go check something real quick. But yeah, Mikey, it's the same thing, right? Same exact. Oh, hold on, give me a second. All right, I'm back. My bad. Yo. But yeah, same exact situation. You have a change of character on the daily, right? 4 hour time frame. You have the change. You have the break. So it's one of those things where I'm still questioning. Is this just lower low, lower high, or did we start the uptrend again? Lower low, lower low, change of character, higher high, higher low. Then price gave us a zone of consolidation and finally gave us that valid break that we've been looking for as well, right? So once again, the market is doing exactly what it needs to do. We're just kind of waiting it out to see if on the higher time frame, is this just a pullback, lower high point to continue into a lower low, or is this where price is going to continue these uptrend pushes? But just going to be patient for now. We'll see what happens. Yo, Kendall. Oh, this guy's definitely. But again, any other questions? Let me know. Any other pairs in specific that you guys want me to go over? Let me know. If not, then that's pretty much it. Yo, my bad. My bad. I'm gonna turn it off now, man. Said I'm gonna turn it off now.